back. Welcome to Sunday Steam streams, and we're continuing our little playthrough of her story. Let me get this go. Oh, there we go. Is that coming through? Actually, I'm gonna change things up here. Put in do that. You see that all right? Okay. Where we last left off, which we were selected first on, we pretty much went through a whole lot. I'm trying to find my notes. Yeah, because I'll explain that later. Lost my train of thought. So yeah, we're investigating this lady who apparently is named Hannah and is possibly involved with the missing / murder of her husband Simon. And throughout the stream last week, we deduced that she had a twin. She was born with twins, but the midwife, what was her name? Where is it? There you go. Midwife Florence. Is it low? Can you hear me? Because I didn't tone it down. Hang on. How about now? Or is it just the game drowning me out? Okay, the mic was kind of pointed away from me, but yeah, the midwife like said that the parents weren't expecting twins; they were expecting one girl. So either the other girl, there was Hannah, and then there's this other girl, and she either lied to them saying that it was stillborn, or the baby actually was stillborn, only to find out that it was she was fine. And so the midwife Florence took the twin, raised her as her own child, named her Eve. And like the parents didn't know that she existed, but Hannah found it, like kind of like saw her across the street, like, okay, this girl looks like me, so they started hanging out. They found out I guess they deduced that they were twins, but they kept it a secret, and they, I guess, like, pulled pranks on their parents, like, doing a whole switcheroos. So as they grew up, like, life happened. Hannah got into a relationship with Simon, and she got pregnant, and they eventually got married, but she ended up having a miscarriage, and there was like a whole thing about her being what's it called? Being what's the word? Infertile. There you go. So as we looked onto the other vids, these small clips here, we found out that she's actually pregnant again. But we have a theory that this might not be Hannah. This might actually be the twin Eve, and that they did like a whole switcheroo, because what happened with the husband Simon is that he went missing after a whole argument, and we think that because Hannah miscarried and couldn't have a child anymore, either they did like a whole parent trap thing and switched around, got Eve pregnant, and kind of played out the whole thing that it was Hannah the whole time, and that Simon found out and he got pissed, and just kind of walked out. And I think the whole thing about him being, I don't know, he went missing and then he wound up dead. That's all I remember. I remember seeing bowling otter plates, but I don't remember anything from it. It was a couple days ago. But what else was there? The parents died. Hannah was all by herself. So yeah, our theory is that there was a whole thing with the twins, and then Simon found out, and I think he left, and possibly one of them got into like I forgot what Chicken called it. It was like something about a passion or something like that. Yeah, the heat of the moment, and killed Simon. One question is who. I wrote down some keywords to search for last time before I ended it because I saw some things, and I saw some things, and then Chicken suggested some stuff I should look up. One of them being tattoo, because in one of the oops, that's not the one. In one of the videos, I saw that she had a tattoo on her left arm, like here. But in other videos, that's not visible. So I'm going to... We got 4 of them, and I haven't seen these yet. And this one is from June 18th, which I do have. June 18th is the earliest date, and that was when she filed the missing persons report. So, actually, I'll put this here. And I think it said somewhere like there were 7 or 8 dates, so there's one whole date that I'm missing because I only have 6 dates listed here. Let's see what we got here.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
Okay, so this is pretty much a description of Simon, so that doesn't have the session. Okay, this is probably the one where she described it. This is the July 1st. I have that one. Excuse me.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
That is totally Eve. That is totally Eve. Alright, tattoo. Apple on a snake. And they said, I turned the glare on because I saw something on the forum, like on the game page on Steam, is that when you're like onto something, like when you're on the right track, the screen will flicker and you'll see like something in the reflection. Probably the person who's looking at the videos. So, yeah, a tattoo of an apple and a snake. This one is the latest one. That's a lot. Well, yeah, it's the July 3rd. That's the oldest one that I have listed. We got June 18th, June 25th, June 27th, June 30th, June 1st, and June 3rd. So we got here.
So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
Okay, so, yeah. That wasn't overnight. Eve's had that tattoo for a while now. So it's clear to say if we see a difference in there, if we see someone without the arm tattoo, that's Hannah. If we do see the tattoo, it's Eve. So session. This one's July 3rd as well.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, well, that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him.
Who's she talking about?
It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married.
Simon.
I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Okay, that's interesting. So, Simon was having an affair with Eve, but he didn't recognize her. Well, why was that? I mean, they pretty much looked the same unless she did something. Right, so the whole affair thing, wasn't with Helen, but I wrote down somewhere that there was an affair. Yeah, here now. It's a possible affair with Eve. Well, yeah, I mean, and he's... Yeah, your theory is gaining ground. Alright, so, I looked up affair. Pretty sure I looked up affair. Where's that at? There we go. We had these three. What was this one?
An affair? Simon wasn't having an affair.
I'm guessing that's Hannah. She's kind of in a whole denial thing. She probably didn't think that she was having, that Simon was, and here she is.
You're reaching here. I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone.
July 1st, that timestamp.
Simon is dead. But I have my baby to get. Why are you trying to make me sad?
July 1st.
Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs?
227.
You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
Hang on. It's 227. This one's just after.
What She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Chickenborn is the real killer. Alright, so what was I looking for? Yep, it was me all the time. Alright, no, that solves that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and call it here. Chickenborn is gonna speak up for that. Thank you for watching. No, I'm just kidding. Let's keep going. Alright, so the one I saw was July 1st. This is her describing the tattoo, right?
Oh, my tattoo?
Yeah, okay. And this was July 3rd, so it was just after. So, this is Eve. And one from July 1st that I saw before. No, wait. Fair. This is also July 1st. So they're playing on the whole thing. She was playing on the whole thing that it was probably Hannah, but this whole thing with the tattoo deduces that she was actually Eve. All right. So Eve was playing as Hannah on that day, on July 1st. Okay. All right. What was something that she mentioned? She mentioned singing, so I'm gonna write that later. I'm gonna go through all the other words I listed. Second one we had was baby. Okay. 17 found. God, I should be able to see through all of these. This is June 25th. Do I have that? Yes, I do. I have June 25th.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
She has that bruise on her face. What do we know about Simon? He's the husband. He worked at a glass company. He was a glass maker. What else? Went missing. Found a person's report on June 18th. They find out later that he was murdered. Don't know how he died. They just know they found out that he was dead. Yeah, alright. This is the same day. Pretty much right after.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at Glazier's.
Oh yeah, he does. He
Outside
likes
generosity.
blondes, because there was that one lady. Hang on.
A spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
Okay, I don't know. Just a description of him. Yeah, they meant. She mentioned that he has a thing for blondes because there was a person at the Rockington Arms, which is a bar that he frequents. The barmaid is named Helen. We thought that maybe she was the one possibly having an affair. But yeah, Hannah still has her ring on.
We couldn't afford our own place.
Oh yeah, she does have her ring.
Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself,
Yeah.
living there for the...
Alright, so that was June 25th. This is June 27th. Do I shoot 27? Yes, I do. June 27. And what's this? Okay, this is what we talked about the miscarriage. This is the one talking about the first miscarriage that she had. Alright, so let's see this one.
It was after dinner.
Yeah, she has to read on
I'd
this
spoken
one.
to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body.
Whoa, what?
I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
Whoa, okay. June 27th. Is that when she found Simon? Let me replay this.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
Well, someone has a murder, but who else would there be a murder? I think this is like she found Simon. June 27th. Was that on June 27th? Let's see what this one is. Dead baby? I don't know about that.
Yes.
Her hair's different in this.
It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
is her hair different in this? I mean, this is only within a few minutes of each other. So, add seller to that list. The next word we had was fight. So it was a possible argument that led to Simon running out, and like he went to the bar for a little drinks and then left, and never saw again. So one entry. Oh, I saw this one. This is June 30th. What is this?
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under.
Oh, this is the creepy one.
And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
That's when they kind of played on the whole thing that Eve was a imaginary friend, but then we started finding out like videos that it was Eve, or the ones that she was in, like I think these, or Eve, or something like that. So that didn't really help much. But that bruise, 6, and several of them. Let's see what we got here. June 25th.
Bruise? Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen, and the chair slipped, and I kind of hit the door with my face.
Ouch.
It hurt like hell.
You sure? Sure nobody punched you in the face? 'Cause that's the only time that bruise ever shows up, not in any of the other vids. Can I add this section? June 27th.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes.
Why did she check her right side of her face?
I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body.
25th, 27th. This is Hannah. I mean, not Hannah. Eve. Unless. Alright, anyway, did I add? I think I'm pretty sure I add this to session, so. Yeah. Well, why would she? Unless. Alright.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our Hannah's to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. She almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies was synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
So if one got hurt, they had to show it on the other.
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity.
The heck?
It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the
It's
boys
almost done.
until Simon.
Okay, so that's Eve. Why am I dating the clips? So I can be able to go back and look through them. It's time stamped, but it doesn't follow when I do a search. It doesn't follow the on that. It just follows keywords that were said in the transcript. That's July 3rd. Why'd you kill this person, Carl? Okay. So if I was to look at July 3rd, I'll go through all of these, but of course I can only go through so many of them. But anyways, where was I? Find Bruce. Present. Present was another one that you want me to find. New one here. June 25th.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
A mirror. I remember to keep placing all of these, getting to do that. That's the 25th. This is July 1st.
About 8 years back. It was a present to myself.
Oh, a tattoo.
I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. Maybe they say you can have one cup.
It's either 1 cup or 2. Let's find out, shall we? June 25th. 2, 2, 2, 1. She has it in her hand. That has a picture. One has 2. 1 cup, picture, cup, 2 cups, 2 cups, 2 cups. June 30th. June 25th. Alright, anyways, that's Is it logical? July 2nd. I don't have that date. This is not Clue. But I do not have July 2nd. That's a new date. That's the 7th date. So she went there for 3 days straight.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Whoa. Okay, that was creepy. I think I'm on the right track. It looked like a woman. This one is also July 2nd.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
That is not helping. Alright, this one's July 3rd. July 3rd is the day that she did the polygraph. So unless she was playing on the whole fact that, or that could be Hannah. Wait a second. She has the ring on her finger.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
That was very creepy. And see, this one, this is July 3rd.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things.
She's not wearing the ring.
When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
She wasn't wearing a ring. Okay. Where's my pen? Alright, so we got July 3rd. That's actually wrong.